it with a standard like Death Prophet or something like that. The skill's a little bit better, but Pugna is completely different from most of the things that we've seen. He can take down your towers. You're forced to fight under the war. They have to Chen the Beastmaster. They can take down Roche very easily. It's scary.
They're gonna outgreed you guys, and our TK is on Tide Hunter.
Let's see which couch is gonna have the right of it. It's time for game number 1, LGD versus NewBee with ODPixel and Draskell.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and indeed we are here with NewBee versus LGD. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Draskell, and Draskell, final series
and harass him, make sure he can't get any creep. That's kind of what's happened so far. I think he body blocked the other camp as well, so he can't get any large camp except for the one.
On having to make himself make his way down there to the bottom mid lane. MNY just coming in for a bit of harassment onto Hao. Send back, Hao does drop the sentry, so he's going to be ready for the next time that MNY comes into the lane. See indeed how well Hao's able to keep up the farm against Sylar's lone druid. Down on the bottom lane, you're tied into RTK. You're going to have to deal with this because there's going to be a bit of action as Lei comes forward with the telekinesis. They have got the troll trap as well, and there with the pass, RTK getting incredibly low. He's going to try and walk this one off. He has got 1 point in the passive, but it's not going to be enough there to stop them from getting the kill. And that's going to be first blood there to your safe lane Pugna.
A really nice rotation. Like I said, the fact that Pugna gets it too means that if he wants, he just finishes up the Bassi. Might then go earlier arcanes, depending on if he wants to let Quan by or not. It'd be nice to be able to open up with the Mecto.
Top lane. Too late. Bit of response from the side of LGD. They say you kill our offlaner, we'll kill yours, and there we have it. They themselves get them on the board, and again going to the safe lane position. One that kills Slark picks it up.
I still feel, well, LGD are doing extremely well in terms of CS. Like Sylar is 12 and 5 minutes. That's actually like insane.
Oh, Hao. He could be in trouble there. MNY, he's got himself the S4 special, and Hao, well, it's going to be a little bit too much for him. LGD with another pick-off. MNY zipping into the lane.
Can't really expect to kill any lanes with the 10 rotation except for maybe Sylar, and that requires good creeps, but apparently the rotation is going to be towards the top lane. Maybe they just want to try to get the Witch Doctor. Stop Navy's farm a bit.
Someone can do it. This one. Troll summoner around with the tripper. Could have come through and pull on the vision under the vision of LGD, so exactly what's going on. Purples will be flown out. The purple man. Now MNY, he's going to probably hang around for that 4-minute rune top. Ward there coming from Hao on the Morphling, and MNY, he's going to say, haha, you want the rune, son? Get in there. It's going to be the arcane rune hit for MNY, so now he's going to give it a bit of a go onto Hao. Sylar coming in as well, and against the entangle, Hao will wait for him up to the high ground, but MNY and Sylar are going to continue to chase. They sort of call in the bear, block him in the tree line. Hao, out of mana, out of luck, will get taken down. And a nice bit of play there. LGD, they'll look for a response. NewBee, they send in Lei, they send in Moo. They're trying to get Sylar, but he's a little bit too fast. Can he get himself away? He's going to be fine. He's got the fairy fire. And now MNY trying to turn around onto Lei. Moo throwing out the nether blast.
As far as lineup goes, the Slark can't really fight into 5-man Dota this early on. He needs a lot of items, and in the last series when OG were picking the hero, they weren't playing against Chen, and they weren't playing against heavy push. They were just playing against high tempo teams who want a team fight. I think that's okay for Slark, as long as you're not going to be losing all your towers in the first 10 to 15 minutes, but NewBee has a lineup who can do that. Anytime you have a Pugna, there's the potential to lose all your out of your towers very quickly.
It's going to be the Midas done here for your Slark. As you're talking about the item build, I think we're going to see some of the thing that his Miracle did do in that last game we saw from OG, where
item progression on the Slark, waiting for item progression on the lone druid, they're going to feel totally comfortable in the situation.
The LGD are eyeing up NewBee, looking for an opening, and they'll get the gut onto the MNY and RTK moving forward. He tries to get off the Ravage, but the telekinesis holds him back. He's about to get it off. Now it comes through. Will clip onto 2. They'll take down the Pugna. They're trying to move in for more here, LGD. Looks like that will be that.
I need either a blink initiation or like a roar out of a smoke. Those are the 2 ways you can catch him. The other problem is
before he gets his relic.
I already think that NewBee are in a really awkward position. The Bounty Hunter just is way too much during the early game. How can you allow him to kill your mid player 2 times? Like, obviously one was a haster, so sometimes you just get a little bit unlucky. And speaking of, DDC might be a bit unlucky here.
Lei is gone in this rune here. Let's see if he can set something up, but it's gonna need more of his team to come in and help out. There are 3 on the side of LGD down here. RTK does have the Ravage. See if they can go on maybe. That shit. With the dark now he used. They'll follow through with the raw. Perfect chaining there of skills to take down the Slark before he can get the Shadow Dance off. And yeah, Slark just, I guess, just getting a little bit too greedy there. Didn't anticipate NewBee to be there. NewBee can get away with this one. We've seen so far the strong push here going in on the tier 1s.
He actually got tracked.
That's a very nice steal there for Ray. That's going to be really useful in these pushes. Keeping keeping track of the enemy behind the tier 2s. He's not going to be there much longer. NewBee will find the push, and we're talking about the fact that NewBee need to continue to find this momentum, and you can't argue with it at the moment. They certainly are, and it is a ticking time bomb though, because Sylar continuing to have all this space on the top lane. NewBee at the moment, they don't seem to be worried about that. They just seem to be fussed about pushing down these lanes, trying to do as much as they can to limit the map for LGD, but LGD will be happy as long as Sylar is getting the space.
Well, the thing about Pugna is he doesn't have to commit to the push, you know? Like a lot of heroes want to sit there and auto-attack the tower. And right now, they're even getting ratted a little bit. Sylar deciding if he wants to go bottom or not. Looks like there will be a little bit of a reaction here from NewBee.
Down here. Trying to do what they can to hold on to his power, but with the Raptors, they are going for this one LGD. How though? He's morphing into strength, and here comes the backup. But LGD won't be able to find the kill. Hal fairly healthy, and well, RTK went for the straight up TP in front of the up to strike, and Hal, he'll stop it. RTK has now got to walk this one off. Hal and Move will continue to chase, and now here comes the rest of NewBee and ROTK. The back of a bit of an ambitious Ravage down to the Morphling, pays with his life after what was a very ballsy TP attempt in
That
front
might
of the
just be
Morph.
Roshan too. That was actually so awkward. You can't solo Ravage a Morphling, man. Like that hero doesn't die. The amount of stat conversion that you get now from like morphing
Radiant's
stats
middle tower is under
in
attack.
a second.
Radiant's
That is way too much health gained over the course of even like 4 or 5 seconds for a Slark Tide Hunter to be able to kill without any other form of real burst damage. Because look at their lineup. LGD won't have burst. Why Morphling is so difficult for them to take down. Over the course of a fight, sure, Morphling might eventually lose to a Slark, but in those types of engagements, they wasted Ravage, now ROTK because of his death, it ends up being Roshan for NewBee. This almost enables them to go high ground.
But the two of them can get this kill. Let's see how please. Okay. I'll say goodbye to the Aegis first. Won't attempt to morph straight away. And now go for strength gain. And out he goes with the waveform, walks it off. But they pop the Aegis relatively easy there.
He was almost full agility when they jumped him. The amount of burst damage that Pound Stark pack that I sure caused is pretty insane. And here comes the siege.
Right, getting rooted immediately here by Sylar's Lone Druid. And we'll walk this off. Guarding Greaves now, pop my move. RTK trying to move in for a big Ravage. He's eyeing it up, he's looking for perfect position. They're just going to chase down Lay though, go for the simple kill, take down the Rubik. Too Late's going to get himself out of there with the TP. Moo heading to the north, looking with the Duke, and get it off here. Looks like they haven't got eyes on him, so Moo will escape. Tron, going to be as lucky. Blink 4 from maybe, there's the track, and the pound forward maybe. Going to start work here onto the Shen, and with that Shuriken Sauce, just allow maybe to close the gap here. Tron will pop the hand of God and try to turn, and enough there. Moo trying to use the Drake. He's got to put himself in no trouble at all when he's going to look to get those Nether Blasts in range of the structures. OTD there, going to look to formulate defense here. Ward here has been dropped from Moo, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for LGD to fight into. We'll see able to do it nonetheless. They lose the tier 2 here. He now jumping forward with the blink. Just the pound. Of the Rabbit will catch out 3 of them. The Rubik as well there in the tree line. Again, light train. That's not going to be enough here. He will go down the first death of this fight. He's kind of walking it off there on the sidelines. He's going to look for the TP. Sylar, has he got the damage? Yes, he has. He'll take down the Rubik as well. NewBee just get everyone else out of there. So they get tier 2. They lose 2 heroes. But nonetheless, as you say, this is exactly what NewBee need to do. They just need to throw their heroes at the objectives, keep these lanes pushed, and that's going to open up all 3 lanes of tier 3s.
Yeah, but they can't afford to do that too many more times. Like, even though they only lost 1 core, it's more the fact that track is available on LGD, and every single time that they lose a team fight, like, you can see the spike in gold. You can't like they need to keep pushing, but they can't keep losing that many heroes and not really getting any return for it. Like killing the tier 2 is fine.
Be about to take the full force of NewBee, and Hao's going to be the one to lead in there with the waveform starting to force DDC back. But here comes the wraparound, and Boom drops himself straight in there with the walk.
Longer, like 10-15 minutes. The lone druid is going to have, as soon as this Valkyrie has finished, on top of the Vlads that he already has his inventory. Lark is going to continue to progress his items, probably going towards Adi. I mean, heck, he's almost got it. He only needs like 700 gold, and he's got a full Scotty in his inventory.
Oh boy.
And then your burst damage isn't going to really do much anymore, because he's going to have roughly 2,000 health.
He's going to be able to fight through whatever you throw at him, really. That's smart. I think, yeah, it's... The time bomb is getting very close. Looking over here for NewBee. They need to kind of out something big. Ogna, I guess. The point was he's looking to go for that Aghanim's, but he's still a fair way off it. There's something big here. The LGD can continue to just maintain map control. Find these occasional pickoffs. The how now, but see if they can do enough. He able to walk this off, jumps through. Get the track off. He'll look for the TP out maybe. Just steal as much stats as he can before the Morphling gets himself out. NewBee, they are sending him heroes down here. Pulay's going to be on his own up top. Again, just the teams avoiding each other. Very, very carefully as you said, NewBee, if they make 1-2 mistakes, it could be incredibly costly. One of the games is running their lineup now. This could be the mistake that they wish they didn't make move. No, it's not. It's the turnaround, which says, get off yourself. Turns around with the life drains the crap. So MMY can't get the slaps in late. Coming forward, drops the sentry, but maybe an MMY they're straight out there. Gonna hang around, not gonna allow NewBee to get their hands on them.
LGD really don't want that to happen.
RTK blinks forward, straight onto Tron. Tron will bring back in the army. The bear chasing him down, but the Centaur Stomp will hold back the LD. Tron will be able to get himself back to safety behind the tier 2. Go back in, LGD, they're looking to try and catch someone out, but too late, going for the TP out. They can't quite get it in the end, time to cancel it. RTK being held down by the troll trap. Tron, in shot, maybe blinks on top, gets the pounds off, starts to chip away at the Chen. Chen's going to be the casualty here, Chen down. See if that's going to be enough space for LGD to head back into the pit and go for the finish.
I really think that this is the stage in the game where NewBee already needed to have racks. 30 minutes in a Chen Pugna lineup, not having at least one set of racks down is way past his prime. Pugna doesn't scale too terribly, but the problem is the rest of his team just don't have that much. So Rubik doesn't have Sling. He's going to go in and see that the Roshan's going to be dying here. Picked up by maybe. They just don't have the tools to deal with Slark anymore. That's going to be the biggest issue. And the fact that Hao, he opted for the Midas Lincolns, it's a very defensive build coming in from Hao. And I guess I kind of understand, like, wanting to be able to use Manta style to get rid of track, tangle, that kind of stuff. It's not bad, it's just they need some kind of burst to help finish off the Slark or finish off a single target.
Now, fortification will be popped here by the Dire. See how too late, see what they're doing to hang around with RTK blinks in. Takes the company, but now it's coming through with the Ravage. Only going to be on to too late though, and the Morphling will be able to get himself back out to safety. LGD now for themselves, ready to try and go for the high ground. Maybe jump straight in here on the slot. He did opt for the moonshot, the Scotty.
Yeah.
So holding that along with the Midas, he is going to be hitting it at a pretty incredible rate. They'll get the roar off onto Sylar. Force back the lone druid. Should be fine. Maybe give them straight back in. Onto the for RTK doesn't have to ravage because he used it for that early defense. Now RTK could be the one in trouble. NewBee ready to chase the tide out of the base. RTK is going to get got out there by the troll trap. Continue to run though. Shell will remove that debuff, but they'll still chase him down. They'll throw out the axes. RTK pops the swan charges. Can he get himself out of there? I don't think he can. The bullshit up in case he pops the back. He's doing his best. Oh, he lives! RTK gets slid out of there, blinks back towards the base, and he doesn't even die. Keeping the control here, and in terms of the graph, actually, what kind of difference are we seeing? It is close in terms of the numbers.
Yeah, the reason why, even though it's relatively close in terms of gold and experience, it doesn't really matter because the heroes on the side of LGD just have better scaling. Actually, a Chen is not really going to offer a whole heck of a lot. Rubik is kind of in the same boat, especially given the fact that he doesn't have anything. Like, he doesn't even have a force staff. and it's 36 minutes into the game, so he is like hard position 5, doing like everything because Twan bought 4 staff and Aghanims. So in order for this guy to have impact, he's got to start getting some farm priority, but the issue is he doesn't have a map to work with. All the farm on the map is pretty much being taken by Hao and Fu. So he's never really going to be that relevant. Whereas Witch Doctor, he doesn't really need anything because his team has such good fight on top of it. Like, maybe he can go into a team fight, he pretty much can't die unless he makes a huge mistake and like pops his Dark Pact and doesn't Shadow Dance after and gets like forward in the face. So the dynamic of the teams is drastically different, and I still feel like Hao, he's still about an item or two away from being able to have some giant impact, but he does finish the Butterfly. Butterfly is a step in the right direction because that allows him to pretty much sit here and just right click. So I assume with this item progression he's probably just going to go Satanic next. Kind of the only thing that allows him to stay inside of the team fight and just continually hit.
Be a responsive LGD Sala and MMY coming here with the defense. Might see a bit of a clash here if one of the sides could get a jump. Sala coming out fairly far, maybe jumps on out, will put the BKB. So he's just chasing it. Oh, he's going to find the route. How? Waveforms out, look for a straight TP away, and he'll make it. He gets himself out of there. GD just unable to have the catch to get anyone and punish NewBee for coming on down.
Is under attack.
That's nice movement. I think the Morphling play of this game has kept NewBee in a position where LGD are never really able to threaten high ground. That's a good thing, because if Lone Druid gets to your base, and you have to start teleporting people back, and they start sieging with the Baron, things are going to get a little tough for you. So the fact that Hao has been able to so successfully keep the lanes pushed out is very, very good thing for them. And I think Roshan's up real soon. So I'm assuming that LGD are just going to go for it straight away. They got the timer pretty much right on. Can NewBee fight around the pit? That's the other thing. A lot of the time when you pick Pugna, it's not just for pushing, but it's also for Nether Ward. I don't feel like Nether Ward is that good against LGD's lineup. Lone Druid, he has a couple of spells that cost mana, but his health pool is massive and his mana cost is low. Same thing could also be said for Tidehunter. Bounty is kind of in the same boat, so the hero is very limited in terms of what he offers, outside of like life drain and using Nether Glass buildings. That's pretty much his whole function in the team.
Looks like as well, NewBee, they're not going to respond to LGD's attempt to go for Roshan. He's just coming out on the objectives, NewBee. They're aware they said we need to get these racks at this point. Slark's going to be able to pick up the Aegis here for LGD. DR now back with defense. Tron, oh, he's going to go out. Left alone, maybe an MMY there. They'll find the kill onto Chen. LGD will be able to clear out this push that kind of gets started from the side of NewBee on the top lane. So hold on to the racks up top. LGD will continue to defend and controlling it. Just inside incredibly rich. We saw him pick up maybe didn't he for the yes, he's got.
He's had it for a while.
On top of that, what does he go for?
I mean, anything after this point, it's like go Basher.
Yeah,
having the extra lockdown. Yeah, having the extra lockdown is really nice since you already have the attack speed on top of it. You could also, I guess he's gonna have to sell Midas, or yeah, he pretty much has to sell Midas because he only has a slot left, and he definitely can't get rid of do something there.
Jumping in onto Hal staying around for the Warroad CK. Again, trying to catch out Hal with the Ravage, but Ravage going to be not the best tool for controlling a Morphling.
To be fair, if that one had hit, I think they would have killed him. But it's a bit... like that Ravage, even though it missed, I still think was a better Ravage than the one he used at the tier 1. Remember when it was just him and the Slark and it was like 10 minutes into the game or whatever and they thought they could kill him and there was actually like no chance? That situation, they actually could have gotten a kill. The bottom one, there was just no chance. So that Ravage was actually, even though it missed, I understand where he's coming from.
Got the match now on Slark, so he is going to be having some more of that control that we talked about. This is necessary for dealing with this Morphling.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, eats his Moon Shard, makes room for it. This is a scary point in the game. Like having the MKB and the Basher pretty much means that there is no physical way that Hao can man-fight the Slark if his ultimate's up. Because of the fact that Hao doesn't have lifesteal too, that makes it even harder. Like that's another reason why Satanic is kind of necessary if you're not going to go E-Blade. Because Slark has ways of recovering his health in a teamfight without the use of lifesteal, just by getting in and out. You know, he pounces into fog for like 4 or 5 seconds, he's back at, you know, 30-40% more health than what he was before. Hao doesn't really have that luxury.
There we go. Going on the Hao, but straight out to the replica. Basher is now on, as you expected, the Lone Druid as well. So if these two heroes can get their teeth onto that Morphling, they're going to have a chance, but Hao playing it very, very carefully at the moment.
I don't think he can carry with these items, actually. Like, he is going for lifesteal now, but it's so difficult. Like, he's relying heavily on his team to back him up. Like, they need to roar like the bear or kill the Lone Druid super fast, and then have Satanic available because the Slark can just tunnel vision him. Oh, it's rough.
It's an interesting one. So we don't see this every day. After the Axe, Tron on the Chen went for the Ether Lens.
A little bit different. He's only got level 1 penitence too. Wow, it's 42 minutes in! I was like, wait a minute, why is he on level 1 penitence? We're also gonna see RTK just casually TP out here. I didn't realize he was so low level.
Chase down of Hao, he's put the BKB. Should be okay here, LGD. Quite got enough tools close to get. We can see maybe he is to chase this down. The rest of NewBee are there. Tule, Antoine, Big. Not going to be able to jump in, but he just cleared out of the wave with the backup of RTK and MMY. Look for some action as a group. They've got the Ravage back online. Pressure Orb very closely being finished here for Tide. About 1k and he'll have that recipe. See if LGD have the courage to try and jump onto the high ground with that Ravage and try and force something out of the side of NewBee. At the moment they are looking for the split. They've got Rubik and the Morphling up on now. Is ready to jump straight back. And he'll do that now. He'll back up. And again we're seeing the same kind of LGD just being pulled up and down the map. NewBee now have a smoke from their base. See if they're able to catch out anyone on the side of LGD, but LGD themselves very much grouped up. They're all around their own dire jungle. So it's just going to be a question if NewBee in the right direction.
Well, if Hao, for whatever reason, gets picked off, the game is pretty much just over. He doesn't have any money for buyback. He has to play a very aggressive style, which is super dangerous. Like, he needs the help, the Beastmaster Hawk, pretty much at all times to make sure that he doesn't get caught out. Fortunately, LGD don't have amazing pick potential. Best form of initiation is RTK, blinking, and ravaging, which, if you have a replicate out, you can dodge it if you're not standing, like, point blank. Still difficult, but it definitely can be done. I think NewBee realized that can't allow themselves to be in a position where their lanes are pushed all the time, because if LGD maintain the entirety of the map control, there's just no way that they're ever going to be able to threaten. They're never going to be able to go for Roche, they can't try to siege or anything like that, but the game has kind of reached a state where even though NewBee maintain a lead in terms of racks, they have shown, just by the way they're positioning and moving around the map, that they don't want to fight. Like, they just can't. Our RTK is going to have a pressure on Tide with Greaves and the Force Staff on top of that. Maybe he's making his way towards his next item too. I think once Hao gets Satanic, that would probably be the best opportunity they have to take a real engagement and maybe walk out with a win.
For the moment, MMY. Eyes on Hao, they'll be jumping for maybe. Just start to initiate this fight. Hand gold will come through. Hao manages it himself away with the waveform. Run maybe with the Shadow Dance, closing the gap. Go any further in. Again, just teams chipping at each other, but no one bring home the bait.
Understandable that both teams are passive. LGD are giving a lot of respect to the fact that NewBee can kill their base very quickly. Like having the Beastmaster or the Book 3, the Pugna, the Chen. Bear is getting quite low.
There's quite the range on that large drain there with the active
Dude,
ether lens.
it's nuts.
About a couple of screens.
Yeah, it's at least one.
LTs, it's got the range there.
1400 with the old lens. Not too bad. I would actually like to see a little bit more Pugna, to be honest. I think that he, with the addition of Ether Lens, he became a heck of a lot stronger. Because he's one of those heroes where, if you build mobility items, you have no health. You want to make...
Oh, here we go, trying to kill Hao. Not gonna work.
That hero,
Not gonna work.
he can't die like that. Like, the only way they kill him is Ravaging. If they don't have Ravage, they're not killing him. Unless he gets, like, I don't know, some insane bash RNG and he's not able to morph through the damage.
Or even if they get Abyssal there. I guess if they've got the bounty or the Witch Doctor or, well, I guess the Tide as well, then they can go for it. Because the Slark, he's got about 2.8k, so he is close to that relic if he does want to go for the Abyssal. I mean, do you imagine he is just going to finish off that Abyssal Blade so they can kill them all?
Yeah. But even with the Abyssal finish, that item doesn't necessarily mean they're going to kill him. It gives them a better chance, of course.
Yeah, but they'll still get them all.
Yeah, but they need another way of breaking the Lincolns too. So Slark can't break Lincolns on his own.
Oh, he can break Moo, or he can at least try to. Moo says he's out. He preps himself, TP's away. Tran slides to the left, he's off with the TP as well, and maybe can't find those pickoffs.
Yeah, it's a rough game. There's no, just no catch really on either team. Blink Ravage and a Blink Roar is it. That is all of it. And considering we've been seeing so much Bat Rider today, I would say that's a significant chunk less than what we're used to so far here. But
Dire's middle tower
game's
is under
still
attack.
pretty much the same. Just trying to control the map, trying to push out the lanes as hard as they can.
Over time, though, because of the control, LGD is starting to break away in terms of gold. You've got about a 12k net worth lead here for the side. The farmers certainly realized, and this was expected with the Midases that they're running, and obviously the Radiance on the Lone Druid, the farmer's going to be there, and that is your Abyssal now on Slark. So if they can finally catch out, and it'll be a BKB for the Lone Druid as well.
I think this stage you just puts it on the bear.
They just fought it there.
Yeah, they certainly did.
What?
I mean, obviously a misclick. Somebody messed up. A lot of people have the glyph bound to something and maybe he just hit it on accident, so...
I mean, that could be painful.
It could be.
It could be.
If NewBee can find the pick.
And they just look aside. DDC's there, throwing out the cards. Careful with the BKB, moving into the bag. And will be trapped as well. He tries to go for the second, but there's the BKB and now Moo. Oh, the first hit bash. Moo in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and heal himself up with the light drag. He's doing his best, but the three heroes closing in onto him, and it's a double kill for maybe picking him up, as well as the Beastmaster. Do get themselves the kills, and first bit of action there we've seen in a couple of hours.
That was a mistake into another mistake, which was thinking that you weren't going to get first hit bashed. Always bet against yourself on luck.
Now how? There's the ghost to break the Lincoln. Reader's still on cool. No, he's got it. He's going to drop it now. Ravage as well. They're going in on out. They're giving it the ball, and it's going to get the kill. Now they look for lane. Try for the TP with the cast was there. That's a double kill for maybe. Certainly LGD finding those big pickoffs. TK pops the refresh out and he said we're ready to go. He wants to get himself back in for the Ravage available. The buyback here from Hal on the Morphling. Sylar is beginning to push in that mid lane. They're going to have to come up with some kind of defense. MM-wise there. We've also got our TK just round the corner. And as we saw, of course, with that second Ravage already ready and available. Sent by the bear. Heals up, so he's ready for this fight if it does kick off. How heavy LGD want to commit? Has been used on how they can kill against to be absolutely huge. They'll just chip away at this tier 3. See now joining Bray and Slark. He's right behind them. Out. Be incredibly careful. One more death on this Morphling and it could spell the end of the game for NewBee. Maybe position straight in. Onto the there's the Ravage from RTK. This time it's a huge one. Catching Hao, catching Twan. Too late back to himself off. Look at the split. Tier 3 too late. Comes in with the Rod Sylar. Sylar gets forced up back towards safety. He's going to be fine. The paralyzing cast holding back the advance for NewBee. Some fantastic bouncies there. And NewBee won't be able to catch anyone out. They lose the tier 3. Now LGD get away with that, and that of course is the buyback now expended from the Pugna Moo as well.
Well, this is kind of the best chance that they have of taking a team fight. Ravage is down, Refresher's down. This is the point where NewBee would feel the most confident, I think, in winning a 5 versus 5 if they actually had buyback on their cores, but fortunately buyback on Hao and Moo both down. That makes it a really scary prospect, but they're going to go for the push. Doesn't work, they can always fall back to trying to go for Roshan, but I think with the Ether Lens and the Pugna, they should be able to siege this effectively, especially again not having to worry about that Ravage.
Jumping in onto Moo, but this as well, Moo. This is going to be a dieback if he falls, and he will. That's going to be a Pugna down for 100 seconds. The cast bounces between two lane, between lane, the triple lane. That's going to be 2 down, and now Rubik, the one being chased away by the bear. But in fact, the base they've got their eyes on, because how? He's going for the objective. He's cleared out the ranks at the top, and now he's looking for mid. He says he doesn't need a team to get the objectives, and he's doing it. How? He is keeping them in the game with this morphling performance.
He is actually carrying so hard, it's unbelievable. Like, I thought at first his item choice was a little bit weird because he was building like BKB, Lincolns, and Manta together. Like, that is the most defensive build you could ever do in this situation.
Defensive.
Yeah.
What was it? You said offensive. Defensive. What was it offensive?
Did I?
I think so.
Well, if I said offensive, I meant defensive. But I thought maybe I didn't. Who knows?
Maybe you did.
But either way, Satanic finished. I mean, this is clearly all in. And he's got bots off cooldown. He does not have buyback.
Let's see what LGD can do there. How? Been a bit of a miracle maker so far. And then you have a few of them to hold on here. The mid-rack's been taken down by LGD. That's going to be Abyssal ready on Sylar as well. This next fight is still 35 seconds without move on the Pokemon. Beastmaster's back in and he does have that run in the smoke. They're going to look for some kind of opening to jump in onto LGD with how he's continuing to push up that top lane. Are we going to see a bit of a base race action here? That would be.
They don't have a 2-3 mid. He could go for Megas if they don't get out.
Tasty, but maybe he's going to try and go for slaps. Now he's off, and they keep themselves in it. How with the pressure, forcing the slot to back. Base to get a little bit worse for wear here on the side of the Radiant.
Illusions, man. You're going in.
3 and the LGD just sitting on those middle set of racks. The tier 3s are gone. I think we could see this game coming to some very, very clutch situations. You know, it hasn't already really. Where how? They've just got to be so aware of how. They need to have someone ready to jump in on Morphling. They can't let Hal get away with this. They've already let him get away with too much. I mean, he's level 25. His KDA is 132, and they've only got 6 kills. It's 54 minutes in.
Yeah, it's not the most action-packed game.
I mean, this is... Yeah, this is... It's some crazy stuff, but it's not crazy stuff.
It's a game of movement, but...
Oh.
Because of Sad Bear.
Yeah. Let's... Predator.
Yeah, this game has been more about map positioning, pushing lanes, trying to avoid team fights that you know you can't win. Like, how do you fight in a double Ravage with NewBee's lineup? It's like your whole team is dead by the time the second Ravage ends.
I mean, look at the lead. In terms of money,
it's
30,000 ahead.
But the thing is, if they get Mega, LGD can still lose.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a finish. I mean, LGD. I mean, I don't know the last time we saw a game where it goes to a 30k lead and then there's still the potential just like that for the other team to win.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those games though where it's going to go so long that whoever loses one team fight is going to lose their entire base. Like, look at how fast LGD pushed the mid and bottom racks after How decided not to push back. Like, they were missing, I think, 3 heroes at the time, like 1 or 2 of them respawned when they were pushing in, but so scary to try to fight in that situation that if you die once, instantly game over. There's no coming back from that at all.
8. We'll have it. Maybe we can do to stop it, but... See, once again, that creep wave on the top lane getting scarily close to the area of the LGD space, and Hal is around the corner.
They got the rat ward though.
But I also have the buyback.
Yeah, he needs buyback, and I also think he needs to get rid of that.
Careful here now, maybe jumping in onto Hal. Hal waveforms himself away, and then White pops the Lincolns. Maybe he has still got that visibility, get in range. He's just going to turn towards the illusion, take that out, Tron, go for a ballsy TP, but the Abyssal coming down to the head of the chair.
They can use the Hawk to go mid and potentially rack them if...
Oh, he wants to fight, but maybe he did start casting the Dark Pack, so Tule still went in then with the Roar after clearly seeing the Dark Pack coming out. Maybe a bit of a misplay, and now maybe it's going to go to Hal, and Hal came in for this, and Hal's dead! Oh no! Too late! It was just too late!
He got a try team fight, and he ended up getting baited into a horrible situation. This is...
Okay. This is LGD saying, we're done with this. We want to finish this one and get ourselves to game 2. They're into the base. NewBee do have everyone up, but a couple of buybacks are on cooldown. Maybe just straightforward onto movement. Gets himself forced onto the base. RTK coming in with the first round. Catches out Hal. Hal starts to morph the strength. Gets himself back towards waiting away for Major second Ravage. 5-man round from RTK. And that receiver's guard as well. He's going to be on the one Chris there. Looking for move. They'll take him down. He pushes out for 80 seconds. And now, it's the stolen Ravage here. Catching out maybe. Maybe he's going to back himself off. Hal's
desperately trying to push LGD away from his base, but they're taking the 2 4s. They'll get the kill onto DDC. LGD just goes for the rounds and then goes for the engine. They're going for the win. Can NewBee stop it? It doesn't look like they can, and LGD will finally take the game. And what a strange game there was. There was a lot of weird shit that went on there, Andy, and well, LGD take it in the end. But it did. 58 minutes in, 7:25.